beauty of his holiness, for the demonstrations of his power on your life that have made you to be alive up to this moment. And you are here in his presence. You travel from your various places to be here. You travel from your various places to be in his presence. Give him praise. Thou worthy, Almighty Creator, Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Sure that he is, sure that was, sure that is to come, the Almighty. Let the word of your mouth, meditations of your heart be accepted. To the King of Kings, Yahweh Elohim, Yeshua the Messiah, and everybody said, Amen. Hallelujah. Sit down. On behalf of the Council of Divinity that meets the Parliament of the moment, to all the Holy Ghost saints all over the world listening to me, in Africa, Europe, and America, South America, we give thanks to the Almighty that made you and preserved you to be alive to this moment, to make you to overcome all of the confrontations that the satanic principalities are causing here and there. Hallelujah. Amen. I believe that the Father in heaven doing great, mighty thing in your life. The good thing that the Father in heaven has begun in your life shall not be terminated. Hallelujah. I want to read from 2 Corinthians chapter 10 from verse 5, 6. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5 and 6. I read from the Holy Name Scripture. Casting down imagination and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Messiah. Number 6, and being in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. It is very important that you listen very, very carefully. For some time we've been talking about principalities according to the reality that is existing in the realm of spirituality. Since the realm of the spirit rule the realm of the physical, it is only important that human being and brethren in church should be current. Should be current to do the right thing. To do the right thing that is existing in the realm of divine spirituality taking note of the reality in the realm of diversities of spiritualities. For sense of direction and for comportment, especially the way the world is becoming. You need a timely information, timely revelation. Especially to those who have decided not to take reality for granted. And those who have decided not to play gamble with their life. Those that have decided not to ignore reality and chasing frivolities. I believe you still remember that the gospel of Degaya said the reality you ignore today will stare at you in your future. Because that is what is ruling humankind. Are in two dimensions. Reality that is coming from divine spirituality according to new creation reality. And the reality that is coming from the realm of general spirituality. This reality that is coming from the general spirituality may be a fabrication from satanic principality, but it is going to affect human life. So that is to say, though it's a fabrication, it is coming from the realm of negative spirituality, but it can affect human being negatively. That means anything that can affect your life negatively, it is also a reality, but coming from the realm of negative spirituality and or negative supernatural. So everything that is from negative supernatural is from the realm of spirituality, general spiritualities. Of course, you know, the realm of general spiritualities is where anything goes. Every religion, every fraternities, everything that is able to have their way into the realm of the spiritual and not the ones that are just doing ordinary claim. And I did explain that the realm of the spiritual is like the universe, and or is like the entire earth. There are a lot of countries that made up the earth, and we have their indigenes and citizenships that are diversities of indigenes and citizenship that made up the entire earth. So as you are born to be part of an indigene and or a citizenship of a country. To be an indigene first, and then you become a citizen of a country. So when you are saying, if you want to embark on a journey to go to the earth, it's like, I am going to the earth, and we need to ask you, where are you going in the earth? You need to be specific. Where are you going? You don't just get to the airport and say you want to travel. You must be specific as to where are you going, where are you traveling to. You make things difficult for the people in the airport. They may even begin to look at you as a nuisance. When you are traveling, you do not have a document, some documents that indicate which country you are traveling to, which you must have processed, even if you are using diplomatic passport and or what is called official passport. Diplomatic passport is different from official passport. And then all this other passport that everybody have. Even if you have diplomatic passport, you must indicate which country you are going. Before a diplomatic law and or official law or all other law that have to do with traveling. Because they want to assist you to get to the country where you are going. What you have done before traveling to the airport concerning where you wanted to travel to matters a lot. The same thing as the thing that concerns spirituality. How prepared are you, and of which group? And then how authentic is your group? The group you identify with, how good are they in the realm of the spiritual? So as to give you proper sense of direction. Because as long as you are a human being, you must, M-U-S-T, you must, for the whole of your life, continually embark on a journey to the reality. As you cannot survive without information from the realm spirituality. It now depends on which group do you belong and how good do they know the realm of the spiritual. Now, it is this issue of which group do you belong that brought about the dynamics of tribe and religion. So the dynamics of tribes and religion that also brought what you now know as extremism. Some group want to claim that they know more than another. Meanwhile, the realm of the spiritual does not change. You cannot lay claim of what does not exist in the realm of the spiritual, and you expect to be backed up. Now, people talk about two major religions on earth, or Christianity, Islam. And there are countries that Christians are not the majority. There are so many countries that Islam are not the majority. But those countries are of the minority. Now, as serious and extreme we think Islam is, as serious and then extreme as we think Islam is. You should know that Islam is junior to Christianity. I mean, Islam is far junior, both in the realm of the spiritual and in the realm of the physical. Both in the realm of the spiritual and in the realm of the physical, Islam that you know and Muslims that you know are by far junior than what so many people are speculating all over. What makes each things about Islam to be bloated is seriousness and extremism. Don't forget these two words. Seriousness. Majority of Muslims are very serious. They may not be extreme. That is why I said all terrorists are Muslim, but all Muslims are not terrorists. Because there are Muslims that don't even like anything about this terrorism. It does not match their nature. They don't like, in fact, some Muslims are leaving Islam because of this terrorism. Because they are not comfortable with the killing. So, and they, on their own, they will say, they cannot see themselves belonging to a religion that kill people anyhow. It's that they will stop going to a mosque or join another religion. There are so many people like that in the world today. So now, what makes Islam to be so projected now is just seriousness and then extremism. And you can relate seriousness and extremism. If you are not careful, seriousness can actually make you to become extreme. When you become serious, which I can call unnecessarily serious, there is a difference between I am serious and then I know what I am doing. Knowing what you are doing and then being serious, they are two different things. You can be serious, but you don't know what you are doing. But if you add seriousness and knowing what you are doing, very important, you will not be extreme. You will not be extreme. Because in the realm of spirituality, general, there are laws. So if you want to practice positive spirituality or negative spirituality, there are laws. Now, let me a little bit talk about negative spirituality, where you think that all bad things exist. Yes? Even in the realm of negative spirituality, you don't kill people anyhow. They permit killing people, but you don't kill people anyhow. And there are people you don't kill. Some time ago, I was talking about sending thunder to go and kill people. Yes, it's possible to send thunder to go and kill people. It is done frequently in the realm of negative spirituality. And the positive spirituality can do it too, but I don't know whether they know how to do that. So in other words, if native doctor can send thunder to go and kill people, Christian also can send thunder to go and kill people, but Christians don't know how to do it. So I am not going to talk about that. A native doctor who have the power, listen very carefully, a native doctor who has the power to send thunder to go and kill people, we first of all do. That is the law of the spirituality. It's not I am a native doctor, I have the power, I can do anything. No, 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 no. There is no such thing in the realm of spirituality is general. That I have the power, I can do whatever. Like, no, 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 no. There, every power that is not regulated on earth is not allowed to be among humanity. I repeat, every power, no matter how enormous it is, every power that is not regulated is not allowed to be in operation among humankind. Every power are regulated. So, first of all, know that one. So there is no functionality of power with reckless abandon. Let me conclude what I was saying, that even a native doctor or occultic person that know how to consult and conjure the nature, and they can send thunder to go and kill people, they must have done some kind of underground and then homework. That means using their own spiritual ability to conduct some investigation. As one, this person they want to come and to go and kill. Can they kill this person? Does he have power that defend him? They will find out. They have a way of finding out. Because one thing about sending thunder to people, when you think you have power in the realm of the spiritual to send thunder to people, if the person you send thunder to is more powerful than you, the thunder is going to return to where it is coming from. Maybe that is where you got back to sender from. Christians do back to sender a lot, but they don't know what is back to sender. Yeah, back to sender of Christianity is just claim or excitement or maybe what I call psychological comfort. So it's back to sender is actually the language of the negative spirituality. Because when thunder is sent to people, the law that governs thunder is when it is sent to a place. If it cannot accomplish its mission, it goes back to whoever that invoke it, because thunder has only one way. It's either it goes, accomplish, or it comes back. But anyhow, it must still accomplish. So you that send the thunder, and at the end of the day, the person you send the thunder to has more power than you. You should be ready that if the thunder returns, you can divert it. These are the homework that is done in the realm of the spiritual. The only people that I have ever seen that behave with reckless abandon is Christians, because they don't know nothing. Too many claims in Christianity, they don't know nothing. Too many excitements. Too many excitements. And too many demonstrations of powerlessness in Christianity. But Christians should be the most powerful organization on earth. The forefathers of Christians, maybe who are not even here now to begin to say what went wrong. We are not here to say now what to tell us what went wrong. And then most of us that got converted some years ago, we are now trying to correct what went wrong when all the Christians that are now on earth right now are not there when it went wrong. And now the heaven now wants us to use the idea that we know in the realm of the spiritual to correct what went wrong. And of course, you can see the confrontation and then the opposition. But then most of us don't really care, because before somebody will be qualified to do what I am doing, you must have been thoroughly equipped. Thoroughly equipped, especially from the areas that easily make people to compromise. And everyone that is sensitive, that is sensible, who have come around Holy Ghost for some time now, you know what Degaya stands for. If you don't know what Degaya stands for, there's something is wrong with your brain and with your sense of reasoning. Because I'm sure you came with your ear and you hear so many things. And when you hear things, you are to think and make sure you take seriously all the information that is able to help you and your generations. Let me repeat what I said before. Islam that is so bloated all over the world now, Islam is far junior to Christianity. I repeat, it was not a slip of tongue. I said, in the realm of spirituality, whether positive or negative, Islam is a junior to Christianity. But my problem right now, and my problem had for almost 30 years of my conversion now, my problem is the people that practice the so-called Christianity don't know nothing about what they practice. They practice what they scavenge. And Christianity is more than scavenging information and practicing it. Christianity should be practicing the way of life as it is ordained by the Creator. Not looking for information here and there, and then. And most of this information are not even correct. One, Christianity is senior Islam. And I had said this several times. I said, of course, if Muhammad does not exist, Islam does not exist. There was no such thing as Islam before 610 AD. It was actually 610, the Prophet of Islam declared, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That was when Islam started. Meanwhile, he was born 570. So that is to say, 570 years, Christianity has existed before Muhammad was born. 570 years. So you tell the Muslim that Christianity has existed 570 years before Muhammad was born. And then Christianity had existed 610 years before Muhammad started Islam. So that is to say, Christianity is senior Islam by 600 years and 10 years. 610 years. 100 up to 6, then 10 years. 610 years. I'm sure you know, 100 years is 1 century. 6 centuries and 10 years. Christianity, senior Islam. And the Problem I have is this. What was Christianity doing for 600 years before Prophet of Islam started Islam? Now, to many of you that don't know so many things, why I say what makes Islam to just be all over the place? It's just seriousness and extremism. That's all. The thing that made Islam not to accept some certain things is because of the seniority of Christianity and Judaism. Why? Because when Muhammad came, from beginning to the end of Quran, and 85% of what is contained in the hadiths and the hadiths, they are all gotten either from Judaism or from Christianity. And then he now added his own. That is what we can call concussion. Then he back it up with seriousness and extremism. That's why it looks as if Islam don't take nonsense. Why is it that they don't take nonsense? Because there is a lot of cut, paste, cut, paste, cut, paste in Islam. Cut, paste from the realm of the spiritual, cut, paste from Judaism, cut, paste from Christianity. With this cutting and pasting with, backed up with extremism. That is to say, cut, paste, you must not talk against it. Yes, it is cut, it is paste, but you must not ask why. You don't ask why in Islam. You don't ask questions. That's what makes Islam extreme. Cut, paste from Judaism, cut from Judaism, paste in Islam, don't ask questions. Cut, paste from Christianity, paste in Islam, don't ask questions. Cut, paste from spiritualities, Satanism, paste in Islam, don't ask questions. And they say, back with seriousness. Now, every Muslim pray facing Mecca. Muhammad himself did not pray facing Mecca. Throughout his lifetime, Muhammad prayed facing Jerusalem. You see that? Why? As contained in one of the 10 secrets of Islam, 99% of everything that happens in Mecca, Medina, Jeddah is just the city that came recently. All of those things that everybody is talking about that area now, they are all like cut paste. Otherwise, virtually everything that has to do with the life of Muhammad happened in Petra. You know what Petra, where Petra is located? Turkey. Have you ever heard about a city that is a hill out of the rock? I'm not going to go there, because that's going to be a very big lesson. Because Christianity is senior Islam. In other words, Christianity should be more serious than Islam. Christianity should be more powerful than Islam. Physical and spiritual. Because what somebody has been practicing for 600 years, you can imagine how many generations that has practiced it before a particular religion was born. And let me also say this thing to the hearing of everybody, the Holy Ghost and the men and women of goodwill all over the world. Let me also say this also. There is this popular saying that what you are doing in your churches is a white man religion. That does not make sense. That does not make sense. Sometimes, when some things are said, and people swallow it with all kinds of whatever, and you think that, you mean there are no people of reasoning anymore? There are no people that can think anymore? The churches have been accused several times that your religion is a white man religion. How? How? Israel, where the whole thing happened, is Africa. Jewish are not white. Right now, the Americans and the Europeans who claim to be white, they don't consider Arab and Jew white people. Anybody that have black hair is not white. In America, we know who are whites and who are Caucasians. Once your hair is white, if you let your hair be as long as Indians, you are not white. You are categorized with black. So the Arabs are black. As you know, and as I've said it before, Egypt, the proper indigenes of Egypt are black. Not forgetting what I told you before, the first human being that science discovered that matched the food on earth is black. And I also follow it by saying there was a time, this is by science now, not speculation. There was a time that the only human being on earth was black. The white came recently. Even science and scientists, white, they agree that human civilization started from Africa. They also agree that the first human being was black. I mean, white scientist. So the worship of the only true creator that is now transformed to what is called so-called Christianity is not a white man religion. It was a thing that started from Africa. But white people came and hijacked it as usual. So, what you are practicing cannot be called a white man religion. Because when they were trying to map the earth, when they were trying to map the whole earth, they were the one that put the Israelite Jews around Africa. Because as far as they are concerned, these are also black. How far is Egypt to Israel? Or how far is Syria to Saudi Arabia? How far is Syria to Damascus? Of course, if you know Syria, you must know Damascus. And once you enter Egypt, you're already in Africa. When somebody is trying to bamboozle you and they look down on you and talk down on you, they will tell you that you are practicing the white man religion. Where did they get that from? Now, I don't want to go into that because that is more or less in something that have been said some time ago that I'm sure some of you are throwing it away now. That's your business, you know. And some things I preached some time ago called universal secret exposed. So what you are practicing is not a white man religion. It is rather an advancement from what blacks and Africans in their villages and their tribe, from what they have been practicing. Since Africa is the cradle of civilization, so the Creator also decided to start the worship of Him, the true Creator, from Africa. As worshiping trees, worshiping rivers, worshiping the stones, the Creator know about it. And He knew when all this started. But that was not how the whole creation started. Human being did not start by worshiping stone, worshiping trees, worshiping sun. Human being did not start like that. Human being started from Genesis chapter 1. When Adam, the first man, was talking to a divine being, face to face, not to tree, not to river. Adam has rivers, 4 of them. In the Garden of Eden, he didn't worship anyone. He has trees, the first tree that grew from the earth, that would have been a very big idol to be worshipped. Adam did not worship them. Adam witnessed the first whale. The first whale. Listen, you don't know how massive a whale is because whale live in a deep sea. A whale can swallow 100 human beings and they will not know that he swallow anything. I say a whale can swallow 100 human beings. A whale can swallow, if a whale swallow 1 human being, he will still be hungry because the whale will not even know that swallow anything. That means a whale can swallow somebody. I don't have time to begin to teach you how to survive when you are swallowed by a whale. Whale is not too common in this part of Africa because it lives in the deep sea. It cannot survive in a shallow water because it's massive. When a whale swallow human being, you that the whale swallow, inside the whale, you can be eating cooked fish inside the whale. Because whatever whale swallow, it cook it. And then whale, when he open his mouth, massive water like swimming pool is what gushed inside. That make it easy for human being to survive. Because when you enter inside the whale, you don't choke because it's big. That was why he swallowed Jonah. And for me, Jonah again. And Jonah did not die. Say, I don't have time to go into Universal Secret Expose, but I try to explain some things so that you will understand. I'm not be one. I have demystified two things now briefly today. That Christianity is senior Islam. And don't allow them to run you down. Spiritually. And when I say spiritually, I'm sure you know who is talking. And then physically, I had tried to explain some certain things. So, all of this intimidation and embarrassment is coming from where? That's why somehow they still used to do it somehow anywhere. Anywhere they gather, people gather, maybe in Africa or Nigeria or wherever. They want to do prayer. Say, Christian, pray first. Because Christians senior Islam. So Islam is junior. They will call Islam last. They will never call Islam first. That is by seniority. Hello? So you should be bold. That, of course, you know that's part of my calling. To come and open your eye. Am I doing that? So you don't even allow African traditionalists to intimidate you. Because nobody was communicating to a tree from the Garden of Eden. Nobody was worshiping river. Adam had precious river with gold and silver in them to worship inside the garden. But he didn't worship anyone. Instead, his submission was to Elohim. And what is Elohim? Eternal creator. That is just the meaning of Elohim. And the one the British came to call it after they have hijacked, I don't know where they got it from. So anybody tell you, hey, our culture is to gather rotten fruit, feather of fowl, and then the head of goat, the leg of goat, in one place called shrine, tie with a black and white and red. Hey, that is the Africa. No! That was not how creation started. Creation started by the first man talking to the creator face to face. Can somebody say face to face? Not consulting and conjuring and pouring saliva on the head of the gods. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You know how they do it? They carry something, what is that? Adam never did that. Adam said when he heard his voice, he went and hide. Because it's too big to be pouring saliva on top of him. It was later when men lost it. They now started looking for something that will talk to them. That's why they started looking for a tree that will talk to them, water that will talk to them, and whatever that will talk to them. That was when Africa reduced to worshiping. Do you hear what Romans chapter 8 said? It say Paul told the Romans. He said you worship the creature rather than the creator who is blessed forever. Worshiping the creature than the creator who is blessed forever. So Africa started worshiping creatures rather than creator when they lost the creator. And they are looking for something that will return them back to the creator. So, and when the time came, the creator himself decided to return. Decided to return to Africa with the father of faith. And all of them are from Africa. Abraham is not from America. Abraham is not from Europe. Abraham is from Africa. Because the environment Abraham lived does not exist anywhere in Europe. The environment Abraham lived does not exist anywhere in America. And science has zeroed it to where Abraham lives. And all these countries are within Africa. None of these countries are in America or Europe. So in terms of religion, advancement, intellectuality, creativity, Africa is more than Europe, is more than America. They can testify themselves. If an Africa is in the same class with a European and America, they can testify who is more intelligent. That was why they brought racism. So they favor this one, just like what they are doing in the north. If you are a northerner, you have 200, they will give you admission. If you are from the east, even if you have 250, if you like, had 300, they won't give you admission. It's done everywhere. Tribalism and racism. Up to now, they are doing it. When a northerner score 190, they give him fantastic admission. But somebody that is not a northerner score 250, they will not give him admission. They will say it's because he's an indigent. Now, what about school fees? Indigent pay 50,000. Non-indigent pay 120. It's still happening everywhere. If your child wants to go to school now, they will first of all consider, is he born here? We are the one that is doing it against ourselves. And that was why the white people were hijacked that. Okay. I didn't tell you something. And listen very, very carefully, because between now and the time I'm going to shut up my mouth, I'll be very serious. What I did not tell you is the topic I want you to understand today. And think, every topic I introduce to you, think about it and work with the information, because your life lies with those informations. Don't joke with me. And don't information I'm going to give to you. If you do, you have too many things to regret. To avoid regret, listen very well, because I may not have the opportunity to repeat. And I want to believe, to all the Holy Ghost all over the world listening to me, I want to believe Nigerian internet is good enough for you to hear me loud and clear. Otherwise, blame Buhari. And if you are not able to hear me loud and clear, you have a way of getting the message. So try and get it. Verse 5 of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 that I read, it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Messiah. Number 6, he said, and being in readiness, to revenge. If you don't know revenge, go and look for it in the dictionary. Can somebody say revenge? All, not leaving anyone behind. All disobedience when your own obedience is fulfilled. So let's work on your own obedience first, before you can now identify what is the disobedience you need to revenge. And then, I don't joke, and I am raw. I don't have time to pack things, and I don't have time for stage manage. As it is, in the realm of the spiritual, I tell you, if you like, make use of it. If you don't like, discard it. But I desire that you make use of it so that it will benefit you and your generation. Can somebody say, I got it? Hallelujah. Amen. Now listen, principality at the doorstep. That is what is available right now in the realm of the spiritual. Principality at your doorstep. And the topic? The top principality at the doorstep. Knowing what principality is all this time, I don't think you think it's a child's play for principality to be at the doorstep. What should be running in your mind is, one, the principality at the doorstep. Is it the good principality or the divine principality? Or is it satanic principality? If you are favored by the heaven and the divine principality is at your doorstep, be happy. And you have no reason to be a casualty. But let me tell you here and now that satanic principality is more at several doorsteps than divine principality. That is why the matter is serious. That is why the realm of the spiritual is reacting. That is why this message is coming to you now. That satanic principality had encroached to an extent that the principalities are now at the doorstep. And when principality is at the doorstep, generation can be wiped away anytime. That's what that means. When the principality is at the doorstep, that means survivor is scanty. When principality is at the doorstep, that means even the fittest are no longer fit. That's it. So it is not a matter of a survival for the fittest. Even the fittest will be defeated. Don't forget, one of the things that you must know about principality is that they are difficult to defeat. Did you hear that? So that even the fittest will no longer be fit when principality is at the doorstep. That now call for seriousness and not taking anything for granted when principality is at the doorstep. When principality is at the doorstep, you watch your step. Otherwise, when you take a wrong step, you will have no opportunity to take another step until you take the step in the world of the dead. When principality is at the doorstep, then you watch your step. I repeat, when principality is at the doorstep, then you watch your step. Because if you do not watch your step, the next step you will take will be in the world of the dead. I am concerned about who dies And I am more concerned about where you go after death. That is why I don't want you to die. Because if some of you die now, surely you will go to hell. Don't allow me to begin to explain that. Because if I begin to explain that, I will expose you. I will not speculate. I will show you the reason you will go to hell. But let's not go into that. I am more concerned about who dies, and I am more concerned about where you go after death. And I'm sure you know. From the time you have been hearing the gospel, from the time you have been going to church, and from the time you have been going from church to church, it is only the gospel of Degaya that have demystified the spirit of the dead. It is only the gospel of Degaya that tells you what killed people, what happened when people die, what happened in people's grave. Why is it that people fear when people die? What makes people to be afraid when human beings die? And where do they go when they die? And what is rebellion human soul? And what is rebellion human spirit? I'm sure it is only the gospel of the guy that had ever explained that. All other ones are speculations. Because I talk based on experience. I'm not speculating. So that is why you take the gospel seriously. Because if you don't take the gospel seriously, you hate your life. I am not going to be telling you the lies they are teaching, the copy here and there. I will tell you straight the way it is. So, you can, for the first time, devote yourself to your Creator, and things will be working for you the way it should work for you. Not following the Creator under the survivor for you just you scramble for information. You survive because there is a timely revelation given to you that you are working with that makes you to survive. It is actually possible that you are only going to be hearing, oh, this happened in this country, this happened in this country, this happened in this Africa country, this happened in this Africa country, this happened in this part of Nigeria, this happened in this part of Nigeria. It is possible that no one will come to you. It's possible. You are just going to be hearing. But listen to me, everybody. Let it be that the heaven will so favor you that you are just going to hear the disaster and the devastation that satanic principality is doing today everywhere. Let no one happen where you are. I do not want to see you in IDP camp before you take what I'm saying serious. Then you will know that it's not a joke. I don't want to see you forfeiting what you are pampering now before you take the whole thing serious. Because there are people that have forfeited all of those. And where they are now, what will cover their head and what they will eat is what they are talking about, not even what they will wear. They are not even talking about taking bath. You are taking your bath, you are rubbing all kinds of things. There are people that don't have opportunity. So that is luxury you are doing there. That's luxury. May the righteous heaven maintain you in that luxury. Amen. Say amen very well. Amen. May you not know what it means for you to wake up and you cannot take bath. May you not wake up one day and find out that even when you want to go and ease yourself, the gun of terrorists is looking at you, not to escape from there. May you not find yourself in a situation where even when you want to ease yourself, they will tell you, ease yourself where you are. The people that are passing through that now, they are human beings like you. Some of them are better than you, more educated than you, more connected than you. Otherwise, how do you reconcile the son of Ango Abdullahi, the Ango Abdullahi of all people, the former vice chancellor of Ahmadu Bello University, the son there? And you know what? The matter will be even more dangerous for him when they get to know that he's the son of Ango Abdullahi. They will make sure they don't release him until they get what they are looking for. When you take freedom for granted, may you not lose your freedom before you know the pricelessness of freedom. That is my desire for you. I have prayed for you, and my prayer will work. I'm concerned about who dies and where they go, especially when they die. And I am also concerned, people who dies, is it their time to die? That is also very important. Because people who dies, and it is not their time to die. When we are talking about the spirit of the dead, you know what that means already. I am not going to go into that. People that dies, when it is not their time to die, you know what that is. So let us not begin to deceive ourselves when people just die as a sort of carelessness, as a sort of misinformation, no information. We say it is their time. It is their time. When some bad things begin to happen after they are dead, nobody is talking again. That is against what the scripture said. The scripture says, mark the perfect man. That's what the scripture says. The scripture says, mark the perfect man. Behold the upright. The end of that man is peace. So that means your children will not look for food when you die. Your children should not look for school fees when you die. There should be nobody suffering because you are the breadwinner when you die. So if you are the breadwinner and you die, it's not your time. It is called aborted hope. And I deliver you from aborted hope. I say I deliver you from aborted hope. Can't you say me very well? Say me very well. Say me very well. Say me very well. That's the only intercession I can give to you, to deliver you from aborted hope. Now you have not reached the blessed land. You have not accomplished what you are supposed to accomplish, and you just die. That is called aborted hope. And let no man deceive themselves that it is your time. It cannot be your time when you die and somebody suffers. It can't be your time. How can it be your time? You die, but uncompleted buildings in your village. In fact, you have empty land. Nothing has been built on it. And you are telling me it is your time. Some of you don't even have land at all because you can't afford it. And then it is your time. How? Where are your potential? The potential you are born with, what happened to it? You mean the potential you are born with says you should be born by your mother, see labor and sorrow, and your days will be consumed with shame? I refuse it. On your behalf, I reject it. Because I that is telling you that by the reality of creation, there is no man that is born that is a mistake. Every man is born with potential. I don't care if your father have 100 of you. That is 100 potential there. And because the children are too much, that is why there is, no, there is nothing like that. As long as you are a human being. That's why you are born with different characters. You are born with different faces. You are born with different fingerprints. That is how distinction your life is. Your life should not just be a distinction in your facial impression, in your fingerprint. Recently, when they broke a jail, they released a picture. Yes, that they are looking for this people. Because there is no face that looks like their own on earth. They use their distinction to look for them. Unfortunately, they use their own distinction for wrong thing. Your distinction should not just be in your facial expression. Should not just be in your fingerprint. When you are taking your biometric, they say put your thumbprint, put your this pinprint, because there is nobody that look like you on earth. That's it. And that is what they use now to catch criminals. That is why criminals don't pass through airport. If you are a international criminal, surely you cannot pass through Heathrow Airport. You can't pass through all these sensitive airports in some of these Europe countries or America, because there are cameras everywhere that is reading facial impression. Because there are some human beings today that they have downloaded their facial impression to all the computers of the whole airport. When any of the criminal pass and the camera catch it, alarm will just raise. When alarm raise, they will just block everywhere until they get that person. You see? Can you tell somebody you are special? And then you should know what that means. So I don't just want to be telling you are special. You are special indeed. You should be special in riches. You should be special in honor. You should be special in dominion. You should be special in comfort. You should be special in security. Let me see how rich you are. And I will look at you and I will say, brother, sister, you are blessed. I can see what the Creator is doing in your life. Hello? That's the kind of distinction I want. Added to the specialty you are, that the earth cannot do anything about it. All of those special fingerprints, all of those facial impressions, they are not even going to the blood group and all of that. Let it be that you are also specially blessed. You can also specially have money. So that, because if you don't have money now, you are not going to be comfortable. Let me not deceive you. You know, I am not a prosperity preacher. I am a balanced preacher. I preach prosperity and I preach spirituality. You must balance the two of them. I am not going to be telling you, bring money, bring money, bring money. Always when I preach. Because there is time for everything. There is time for me to tell you bring money, and there is time for me to teach you divine spirituality that is able to preserve you in your prosperity. Because you must be preserved first before you will be rich. And that is what rich men look for. When they have become rich, they want to be preserved in their riches. And that is what makes rich men to be desperate, up to an extent of using their relation for ritual. Just to preserve what they have. Because no rich man wants to go down. In your turn, by your time, you shall not go down. I say 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 you shall not go down. I have spoken it. By the time you reach up there, let me know about it. You will not come down. And I have the responsibility to push you up there in case you are interested. Number 6 of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 that we read, he said, and being in readiness, I shall get ready to revenge all disobedience when your own obedience is fulfilled. And there is a problem there. There's an issue there. For your own obedience to be complete, there is an issue there. So we have to do something about that, because that is what is going to make you to be a very cheap casualty. And I don't want you to be a casualty. I say you will never be a casualty. Not even now that we are hearing all kinds of bad news up and down. You may hear it, but no one will happen to you. Did I say no one will happen to you? Receive it very fast. Principality at the door. That is serious. Principalities at the door. The way the whole thing is going, the way you are hearing about the whole thing, you should know that principality is at the door. By the way things are going, it's like it is no longer speculative. We are beginning to see some truth. So amount of truth in what is going on in the world today and what is going on around you. And something has to be done very fast. Because I insist, you shall not be aborted hope. Because I am waiting for the time and the day of your settlement. And this is the right time to be settled. Where you make it when things are hard, then the heaven have proved to you that you are special. When things are hard and you are sustained, then the heaven have proved to you that you are special. You are special, as you know. But I want this reality to begin to come out very clearly. Some of you have got to know that you are special. That makes you to learn how to do catwalk, especially women. I don't know whether catwalk is what fits you or angelic walk, because you are not a cat. Hello. Look, there's something in a man. But it's telling him that he's special. But something is telling you are special and nothing to show for it. People will disgrace you. Can't you see that they are looking down on you already? As special as you are, they are looking down on you. That's why it's paining you. When they look down on you, though you are special, it's pain more. Don't worry. The people that look down on you, they will gather together very soon to celebrate you. Receive it very fast. It doesn't take too much for the heaven to turn the life of somebody around. It doesn't take too much. And the scripture says, when the captivity of Zion is turned around, we shall be like them that dream dreams. It will look like, was it me that slept sad yesterday night? I just woke up today. Things change, yes. 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 That was how I slept yesterday night. As an Islamic scholar. And I woke up as a gospel preacher. Just like that. Boom. From darkness to light. Boom. Can somebody say boom? That's it. Things change forever. Oh yeah. A day before conversion, I don't know that anything will happen. I still remain in my chronic danger. Oh yeah. But daybreak, things change. Can somebody say daybreak and things change? That is one day. How day will break. And things in your life will change. I'm not saying it's going to change for good. It will change for the best. For good has already expired. For the best is what can meet with challenges. I have prayed for you and my prayer will work. Because I am more concerned about who dies. Especially where you go, where you die. And my big question would be, is it your time? And I'll be very sad when I find out it is not your time. Because that is called aborted hope. Hear it from my mouth. Aborted hope is not your portion. I have said it several times. You will soon testify. You will soon testify what my saying to you and all my declaration to you, that you will come close to danger, but you will not be swallowed up. You will see yourself close to danger, but you shall not be consumed. See me very well. Because even when we say, guide yourself, train yourself to war, prepare yourself, you still need to be backed up by the heaven. Because as powerful as David was, in his military training, he does not go to war until he acquires. Don't forget why it is very important to conduct spirituality first. It was Saul. Saul was also a warrior. But war was coming. And Saul did not just want to go into war. He was looking for a prophet to talk to him. That was why he went to look for witches. For you, you will not look for witches. I say you will not look for witches. Because you are hearing Degaya all the way. You don't need to hear from witches. So you make use of what you are hearing. If you will not make use of what you are hearing, my declaration will work in your life. I say my declaration shall work. The principality at the door. And that's what it is right now. To some of you that did not know, recently, United States, United Kingdom have advised all their embassy workers in Nigeria to work from office, not to be going out of their office anyhow. And it's including UN workers. It's like your hand should be on the red button. And when you talk to an American like that, they know what that means. Your hand should be on the red button. Your hand should be on the red button means when there is any danger, contact us so that we plan for your evacuation. When it happens, how the America will come and evacuate their citizens, don't worry until that happens. That's when you know that there are countries and there are countries. American embassy is not far from here. They will come there, evacuate their people, and get out. Nothing will happen. That's a country that knows what it is doing. They will not. They don't want to get into. Okay, our ambassador begin to leave Nigeria. They don't want to get to that. But they are not also ruling it out. And the recent instruction, they were very specific. Especially United Nations, United Kingdom, and including some of the UN workers. They were so specific. And I'll tell you why. So specific about Abuja Airport Road. That no American official, when they are passing through the airport road that leads from the Abuja airport to the town, they should be careful of that road. I'm sure you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means. That means everybody living between the airport and the town in Abuja, they are no longer safe. That's what that means. And before America will speak that way, you don't want them to tell you what they have discovered. Sometimes they can decide to keep what they discover to themselves and not share it with Nigerian intelligence. Because Americans don't really want to be working with Nigeria again as long as security is concerned. Because I have been told several times that Nigerian army are not reliable. It is American army that was telling me. And he said that was why they withdrew from Maiduguri. That among Nigerian army, they were sabotaging their efforts. When they want to move to invade the terrorists, one of them had informed the terrorists. And by the time they get there, they won't see anybody. And that was why they withdrew. And they have also seen that as a dangerous thing to begin to share security intelligence with Nigerian army. That's why Nigerian army is useless. Some time ago, when they were changing commanders and whatever, and do all of those gymnastic display, I told you, changing army command does not make sense because it will not affect anything. Has it affected anything now? What is it going to affect? Change the army chief. Change the army chief. Change the army chief is not what is the problem. Something is wrong with Nigerian government. That even the army themselves, they need help. Because their effort is being frustrated by the people that put them there. Now, they have changed the army chief. Has anything happened? And I asked one question that day. I said, the army chief they change, and the one they are bringing, they are training not the same. They are training is the same. And let me tell you, every military general in Nigeria today, they are all billionaires. Why? Federal government has stocked them with money. That the place they are getting the money from, though is killing the citizen, they will not want it to stop, including the war of terrorists. Including war with terrorism. Because the money some of those generals are making. And you know, some of this army, they don't care if anybody dies. They are already used to people dying. That's part of their training. When anybody dies, they don't think about it. And some of them actually have oil block. Army general, as I'm talking to you now. So the army general, they have stock with money and giving the oil block. No matter what is going on. What do you want him to do? That was why some of those boys will tell you, oh, they call them that there is a terrorist somewhere, and when they were going, their guy will say, don't kill anybody. In fact, come back. Our guy, there's a terrorist killing people somewhere. He said we should come back. I said come back. Well, our guy said we should come back. And the zealous soldiers that are carrying gun want to go and stop the terrorists. By the time they now turn back, they will now begin to ask themselves, what happened really? We want to go and fight people that are disturbing Nigerians. Our guy said we should turn back. What happened? Later they will now begin to hear how people were killed. They were actually going there, but they asked them to go back. And some Air Force people told me, when they call them and they are moving to the place to go and scatter them, they will get signal from there. From somebody that is flying a jet bomber, they will signal. Just shoot to scare them. To scare them, don't kill. Do you mean shoot to scare them? That's why sometimes they will go and drop bomb in the village. Yes, now. Because there is no military plane that does not have equipment where you pin your targets. Before you leave, before you move out, you have zero in your target. And most of the weapons are guided by laser. That there will be minimal casualty. You don't just go and drop bomb inside village. They said we should not kill them. We should not kill them, but we should scare them. And by the time you want to scare them, that means you will drop a bomb before their location. So if you are going to drop a bomb before their location, what about if the bomb will land in the village? So you rather kill Nigerians and leave the terrorists. It seems to me that it's coming close to what I really want to tell you. And I received a shock of my life last week. When the Owo attack happened, and Nigerian government was stupid enough to say, oh, it was ISWAP. I say, I wish that is just a speculation. I wish that's just a hearsay. Because ISWAP, I said ISWAP that I know. If they are the one, they will say that they are the one. It's either they will leave, there's something they will leave behind, or they will issue a press statement, or they will issue a video clip. And that was exactly what happened. Immediately, less than 24 hours, when they attacked Kuje prison, they released the video and said that they are the one that did it. I said, what? ISWAP in Kuje? My friend, if you don't know the implication of what has just happened, between Kuje and where Asorok is about 25 minutes when you drive. Just 25 minutes. Because hold up is not so much on this airport road. Just 25 minutes you'll be in Asorok. Between Kuje and some of these densely populated area along airport road. Forget Gwagwalada. Gwagwalada have been captured already. Because before you can come to Kuje, you must have passed Gwagwalada. Gwagwalada has fallen because Gwagwalada did not fall. And in military term, when they tell you a city has fallen, they know what that means. If Gwagwalada and the barrack that is there has not fallen, then they cannot come to Kuje. Kuje is just close. Now, all of these densely populated settlements, estates, including Lube phase 1, Lube phase 2, and land is now Lube phase 3. That means everybody living along airport road, including where the church is in Abuja. That area has been bogged by terrorists. All of those areas has been bogged because the ISWAP that I know. Of course, if I don't know ISWAP, who will I know really? Before I got converted, I was a terrorist. I know their strategy. I know ISWAP very well. ISWAP? Come. For many of you that don't know what ISWAP is, ISWAP was actually a breakaway from Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda of Osama bin Laden. If you don't know Al-Qaeda, you must have heard Osama bin Laden. Now, from Al-Qaeda, we have what is called ISIS. ISIS means Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. What is their responsibility? Their responsibility is to Islamize the whole of this Arabian country, including Afghanistan that they have just caught. Afghanistan that they have now Islamized. They went there and pursued the president out of the presidency. They captured the president and then established the caliphate. Now, United Nations are just making they are still there now. UN refused to recognize them. Because of what happened? Well, they don't care. They have taken over the place. The ISIS that is in charge of that area. Now, then ISIS gave birth to ISWAP. ISWAP of Al-Badawi, if you have heard about Al-Badawi before. Then ISWAP, they have the responsibility. ISWAP simply means Islamic State. Islamic State of West African Province. That is to say, all the countries in West Africa should be Islamized by this group. Don't forget, from ISWAP, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the same people train all of them. Listen to me. The people that train Al-Qaeda, ISIS, ISWAP, they are more experienced than Nigerian army. Ask me why. Most people that train them in Al-Qaeda, ISIS, ISWAP, they are ex-American commando who left American army and joined Al-Qaeda. You don't know what commandos are. See, you don't know what American Marine, the kind of training they have. The kind of training they have is not this child's play training that the Nigerian army used to have in Zaria. All this village training that police used to have. Do you know what it means for American Marine? Not one, not two, not three, not four. Left in their number to join Al-Qaeda. So the training they have in the American army, they transfer it to Al-Qaeda, by extension to ISIS, by extension to ISWAP. That is why when these people are going for an attack, they don't go with all this toy that Nigerian army are using. AK-45. That's an expired thing. They go with AK-49. They go with RPG. They go with GMG. If you see a military man, ask them what that means. Now hear me. The most embarrassing thing, I listened to news this same week. I heard with my ear the officer that is in charge of Kuje prison was interviewed on TV. I heard it with my ear. And they were asking him what actually happened. There was a speculation that they withdrew the army that were in Kuje prison before these people strike. The man said no, there was no such thing. That all the army that's supposed to be on ground, although they used to run shifts, all the military that are on duty, they used to run shift a week off, a week on. But all the army, all the civil defense, all the police that are supposed to be on shift, they were all on shift. They are over 50. I heard it with my ear. He said the military on ground in Kuje prison, as at the time the terrorists invaded, they were over 50. So the journalist now asked him, what happened? He said, what actually happened was that the terrorists that came, they came in number, they are over 300. Not just that the weapon they came with was more than what the weapon the Nigerian army have, or Nigerian military have. And that what happened was that when they were coming in, the terrorists, they came through their own main gate. But the Nigerian military that were on ground did not know that these terrorists are coming in three parts of the prison. He said they do not know they have divided themselves into three and that they have planted bomb in three places in Kuje prison. So when this military were busy fighting the one that are coming through the gate, the one that has planted their bomb detonate the bomb and brought the fence down. So the Nigerian military now divide themselves to go and see what is going on at the back. So that was why the one that are coming from front that carry heavy weapon, they were able to subdue is what I heard. They were able to subdue the Nigerian military, and of course, what happened? In that case, every military person is trained to, you find your level. It is time to retreat. Otherwise, they will kill all of them. At the end of the day, it was only one civil defense man. I'm sure that civil defense man wanted to do overzealousness. That was key. That is to say, over 50, some say 65, over 650 military people were on ground. They actually ran away, but they don't want to tell us that they ran away. Because the equipment these terrorists came with was too much. Now, there is Army Battalion at Gwagwalada, I think 174, 176 or whatever, battalion. How did they pass with all this equipment? Are you telling me that between Gwagwalada and Kuje, if there is any forest, are you telling me that Nigerian army that should be in Gwagwalada are not combing all of those forests? Are you telling me that they should not have their station in those forests monitoring 24/7? Are you telling me that Nigerian army in Gwagwalada or headquarters do not have intelligence group that should have known that something like this is about to happen, so that the boys will saturate the bush and then deploy everything to be monitoring the connecting forest between Gwagwalada and Kuje, and by extension, Abuja town? Because the people that were in the village, when they interviewed them, they said they reported to the government that for some time they have been seeing strange people on their mountains. On their mountains. That they have been seeing strange people on their mountains, and that the government did not do anything about it. And by what they say, how do you tell me? I'm still trying to reconcile that 300 terrorists came on foot. How? Where did they pass? Do they disappear and reappear? 300. Do you know what it means for 300 people to move at the same time? Where do they pass? To come as close as Kuje. Between Kuje, we are talking about, to where this church is not more than 15 minutes. So it's not far. They are already in town. Now, this is not what I'm talking about really. What I am talking about is the ISWAP that I know. Before they can penetrate Kuje prison, my friend, they have known all the secrets of Asorok. They have known all the secrets of Abacha Barak. Everything that is sensitive between the border of Abuja and Nasarawa, they have known. They have scanned all the checkpoints between Abuja, Suleja, and Niger State. They have scanned all the security between Kogi and Abuja. My friend. And you know, all this group, these are not groups that just change tactics. Their tactics is the same. I mean, if you are not part of them, you will not know their tactics. This is their tactics. You see what happened in Kuje is what is called signature strike. That is just their signature strike. That is to say, we are here. And I also heard from a reliable source, between the time Kuje prison was invaded, there have been robbery cases in Lugbe estates. Of course, that is what is going to happen. My friend, you that climb Okada, the next Okada you will climb, maybe one of their group. So you shut up your mouth. Don't run your mouth when you climb Okada. Don't run your mouth when you take Keke Nape. Before you enter into any taxi, look faces. If the faces look strange, take your leg walk. I have advised you. All of this Mebola, shoemaker, that are going about looking boing, maybe one of them. These are their investigative team. They want to investigate everywhere. And they submit their report every day. And then they plan the next target. The next target will devastate Nigeria. Don't forget their name, ISWAP. And I have just given you Islamic State of West African Province. So as long as you are concerned, the whole of West Africa, you know this, the country that made up West Africa, this group, ISWAP, has been empowered to Islamize the whole of West Africa. And let me tell you people, they are heavily funded. They have money. You know why? This is Al-Qaeda, ISIS, including ISWAP. They have captured some country who are paying taxes to them. Apart from the adopting and kidnapping they are doing, that is making them to make money, they also involved in robbery. Because they have the weapon to rob. My concern is this. What happened really that made ISWAP not just what they call them, bandits? Because sometimes they don't know what they call them bandits. What made ISWAP to penetrate? Come, do you know where they must have passed before they will reach Gwagwalada and Kuje? They must have passed through the whole of Kogi State. Because where they attacked recently, for me, is rather too in the middle. This is no longer outskirts. Kuje is not outskirts. So you should be very careful, especially those that live in Abuja. And by extension, in whatever state of Nigeria you are living, my friend, I have advised you, watch your step. Every morning, don't just open your door, bram, because your door agreed to open. Look from the window and scan. I'm giving you a security tip. Scan your environment. 1, suspect the face you don't know. Number 2, suspect the people you know. Because somebody you know that is a sabotage, their movement is suspicious. So that is to say, even the people you know, you will suspect them. Because you don't know who has contacted who. It may be somebody in your compound. It may be somebody beside your compound. See, I am telling you the capability of ISWAP. That was why I shouted when Nigerian government said it was ISWAP that invaded Owo. But we waited. ISWAP did not make any statement. Up to now, they did not. They only honor for 2. They said they are the one responsible for the Kaduna train. And then this one in Kuje. But they did not say they are the one that did the one in Owo. Because this group does not hide what they do. Before now, I had advised that churches should protect themselves. They don't understand what I mean. Maybe they thought I'm just speaking whatever. May it not happen before you learn. May it not happen before you learn. And so, you know, to learn through this way, very bitter. It's thing you don't want to see. And may you not see it. I said it again and again. I have prayed for you, and my prayer will work. So you can now see principality at the door. This is what is happening. This is the information right now in the realm of the spiritual. And when you are told principalities at the door, then you watch your step, my friend. You watch your step, my friend. When you go to market, look at faces. Watch what you buy. Because ISWAP is as good as Al-Qaeda. ISWAP is as bad as ISIS. And they are here to Islamize Nigeria. Not just Nigeria, Ghana, Benin, Cameroon. All the country that made up West Africa. That's why it is called Islamic State of West Africa. In 2002, when the United Nations declared them a terrorist group, and their matter was discussed extensively in the United Nations Security Council, they were able to dissect, analyze what ISWAP is capable of, and the necessary security advice to nations. 2002. And from 2002 to today, ISWAP is spreading like a cancer. Their aim, objective is to Islamize. If you don't understand what that means, if they succeed in Islamizing Nigeria, simple. Your constitution will no longer be in effect. Islamic law will now be imposed. All of these women dressing up and down, opening their leg, opening their handy. When they catch you, they will cut off your leg. Women will now be dressing like a masquerade. All women know it does not mean whether you are a Christian or not. All women, but you must dress like a masquerade. And all schools, they will withdraw women from all schools. It's only boys that will be going to school. That is what they are capable of. That is what they are doing in Afghanistan right now. See, it's not a matter of what is about to happen. It's what has already happened. It's what is already at your nose, like this. When you come out of your door, you are not sure of who you will see. And you know what? These people have seasoned military training. Not all this cock and shoot training that they are giving Nigerian one. When they issue a statement, they issue some of the statement in Arabic language. Do you know one of these things they said? One of the things they said in some of the statement they issued was that they have known the secret of Nigerian army, and that Nigerian army are not even well trained. Eh? Terrorists are saying Nigerian army are not well trained. Come. Can you agree less? You agree less. If Nigerian army are well trained, why will the terrorists invade NDA? NDA, where military officers are trained, they invaded the place and went out. No scratch. They invaded military base. What happened really? Now, it's not military base they have invaded. I'm sure you know NDA is in Kaduna State. And Kuje is in Abuja, federal capital. When you want a country to fall, you first of all capture the state house. When the state house of Afghanistan was about to be captured, CNN was reporting it like per hour, per hour, per hour. They were coming close. The president there said he will not leave from the state house. They issued a statement and told him to get out from the government house. And that if he don't come out, they are coming to bring him out from there. He thought it was a joke. They fought their way until they got to the State House of Afghanistan. They entered the place and took over. They did not just took over. They arranged seats for themselves and issued press statement. Right now, they are the one ruling Afghanistan. And they want to take over West Africa. But they want Nigeria to fall first because they know that when Nigeria falls, it is easy to capture other countries. They don't want to make a mistake to go and face Ghana or go and face the Cameroon or some of these in Nigeria. They want to face Nigeria first. When Nigeria falls, it is easy to capture all other West Africa countries. They will now use the machinery they will capture. See, the people that will support them, you all know them already. All the Fulani, you are running after herdsmen, you are running up and down. These are their foot army, they are everywhere. They are hanging around your where you live. They are somewhere in the bush, staying in one something that look like a tattered thing. Did you hear what they told the Methodist bishop of Nigeria? They told him, when they kidnapped him, they said that they are the owner of Nigeria, that they are only waiting, and that they have spread themselves all over Nigeria. They are only waiting for them to be told to start. And then see their signature strike. See, one thing about them is between now and some time, you may not hear anything. Everywhere we look at die. I know Nigeria now, they always go and relax. But then, they don't relax. They are very serious. Don't forget, principalities, they are focused. Very soon, all these, if you go to Kuje prison, I'm sure you will see all the army in the world, they will be there. Very soon, they will be withdrawing them, small, and it will come back to what it was. And let me say exactly what the president of Nigeria said when he got there. At least I heard him when they interviewed him, when they were interviewing him on TV, and he said he was disappointed. He was disappointed. He said, "I am disappointed with the intelligence." That is not a good statement from the president. It's not a good statement. Because he has just accepted that Nigeria has been invaded. Come. He said he was disappointed for the invasion of Kuje. Between that time and now, have we heard that they have sacked somebody? His own convoy, advance party, to his own village was attacked. So that means they are not even afraid of him. Of course, if they can say the Nigerian army don't have a good training, I'm sure you don't know what that is. So they are telling you that their own training is more superior than Nigerian army. And I have just told you now why it is superior. You don't mess with them. These are the people that will enter your local market. Your local market based on their own experience. They will enter your local market and buy things from you they will use to make a bomb. They can manufacture bomb from anywhere based on their training. But how were they able to carry bomb from whatever, wherever, to Kuje prison? Did you see how the wall they brought down? They brought the wall down. And by what they say, over 1,000 emails were there, and all of them came out. Up to now, they were still looking for so many. One cramper that they made minister of police affairs. The man that has partial stroke, that is a minister of police affairs, spoke on TV. And I saw him speaking. And I can see him as a neuro consultant. I see him that he's a patient. They went and put an imbecile as a minister of police affairs with the white beard everywhere. Look at, he was speaking. That's a partial stroke there. I was watching him. Grandpa, he issued a statement. And he used his mouth, a minister of police affairs. He issued a statement. He said the terrorists that came in, they came with a higher power. That the weapon they came with was heavy than the one our military have. The country has surrendered. My friend, Nigeria has surrendered. What Islamic states of West African province now need to do is to be cleaning up and be penetrated. That the terrorists came with higher power and that they overwhelmed the military on ground. This is what Minister of Police Affairs, Grandpa. If you look at him, you know he's a grandpa. That he can't even think again. I'm sure he can't even remember the next drug he would take until somebody remind him. That is the person they gave minister of police affairs, who also accepted that the terrorists came with higher power. Nigeria, can't you see that you need help? Can't you see that what we are saying or what I've been saying for some time now is coming too close? And it's coming dangerously too close. My friend, you need help. What did I say? What did I say? So when the heaven is saying that principality is at the door, don't take it for granted. Principality is at the door. Hello? Principality is at the door. Be very careful of what you buy from the market now and eat, because it may be poisoned. Now, let me say something very quickly, because you need this. To some of you that are very sensible, you need this thing I want to say now. Don't take for granted anything you dream now when you sleep. I say when you sleep, because some of you don't sleep. Oh. You don't even know how to sleep. You don't even know how to sleep. Now, I taught you dream interpretation And we have even done some dream interpretation several times before we stop it. And many dream interpretations we have done so far, accurate, precise, straight to the point. These are the benefits some people have until you people begin to abuse grace and the righteous heaven stop it. Now listen to me, everybody. If you like, take me for granted. Your dream. Now, because why did I say dream? Because that is the closest to you. Some of you don't see vision. You don't know how to see vision. Nobody have taught you how to see vision. And me that will have taught you. You have taken me for granted, and then you are on your own. Because now you are about to celebrate 30 years anniversary. By now, every sensitive Holy Ghost stand should have been highly spiritual, sensitive, and teaching others. But you are there, chasing shadow. The guy has proved his ministry. I want you to prove who you are to me. You deny me, I can't deny myself. I have proved my ministry for 30 years. And I'm still waiting for you to prove who you are to me. A sabotage, a Judas. Or you just came to harvest miracle. You don't want to associate with Degaya. After you have harvested your miracle, you find your way. Now you are the one that the Messiah said, you have only come to eat. You didn't come to hear the word. For your information, I am not a magician because I left magic 1992. I don't do magic again. These are the things I have left behind me, and no thing can make me to go back to it. What I do now, I do exactly as I am predestined to do, and I do exactly what is available in the realm of the spiritual. I won't remove, I will not add. If you like, take. If you don't like, don't take. Don't forget, remember that in the midst of denial, in the midst of you people denying me, I have survived for 30 years. I have proved my ministry in your very hour. I want you to prove who you are to me. I'll prove to you there are benefits. I'll prove to you that I know some certain things. I'll prove to you I can do some certain things. I'll prove to you I am not afraid. I have even proved to you that I am ready to die for you. But unfortunately, there is no need for another savior again. Savior is only one. I am only sent to be an eye-opener. And I have been adequate in my call. So you need to ask yourself, have you been adequate among the people that are favored by the righteous heaven to even know the Degaya, or to have the privilege to come around the Degaya, or have the privilege to hear from the Degaya? And my question to you, all you have heard over the years, what did you do with it? What have you done with it? Are you ever learning? Never come to understanding? That is your choice. Listen to me. Everything that will make you to stay secure, I have preached it over the years. Everything that will make you to be a distinction, I have preached it over the years. Every bad thing I have left, I have confessed. The one I will not confess is one I cannot remember. Anyone I remember, I confess it. Ask the people that are condemning me, have they confessed their own? Even in the law court, you don't use what somebody has confessed against him anymore. You don't use what somebody has confessed against him. He has already said, I did it, so what? What else do you want to do? In fact, many times the judges see themselves reducing the sentence of a criminal when they say, I am guilty. Even today, I have said, I came from darkness to light. If you don't know what darkness is, you have an idea. Listen to me very carefully. Because of the abuse of grace that made you not to be where you are supposed to be, especially the Holy Ghost stands. Let me remind you of what I have said before, for the sake of emphasis. But maybe I'm going to say briefly some things you have not known or you have not heard just because of what is on ground right now. What is on ground right now? Principality at the door. If you take me for granted, you will soon find out. So I don't think you need any message to know what principalities are. Because there are several messages that you need to go and listen to. Now I said, conclusively, as I conclude, because of the principality at the door, and in preparation for your own readiness, be in readiness to revenge all disobedient when your obedience is fulfilled. That is 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 6. Okay. You need to sleep. Can somebody say sleep? Tell your neighbor, sleep. Say again, sleep. Say again, sleep. Say again, sleep. I know why I'm saying so, because many of you don't sleep. Not just many of you don't sleep, many of you cannot sleep. And that is the fact. As a scientist, as a neuroconsultant, I can tell you many of you don't sleep. It's all over. It's written all over you. It is in your attitude. It is in your behavior. Your behavioral attitude has been taken over by sleeplessness. And then inability to sleep. Come on, my friend. If you cannot sleep, you can't dream. If you cannot sleep, if you did not sleep, if by any means you dream, your dream will be distorted. And these are the things I was confronted with. So many years, I have interpreted the dreams of so many of you. I have to see myself struggling to bring chaff, information from your dream, and bring the authentic information that is relevant to your life, so as to be able to tell you what will work. So that is why most time I said, even if this is your dream, you have dreamt now, it's not too relevant. Allow me to analyze your spirit. Because from there, I can acquire the last relevant information you have received, but you do not know how to interpret it. Because everything that will make you to be secure, everything that will make you to have a good life, you will have the revelation first before anybody. So don't allow any prophet to deceive you. So if I am going to help you, I will help you from what you have received. And that is the law of life. All of this, Thor says, forget all those things. Thoughts cannot say anything until thoughts say to you too. Because spirit is one. The spirit I'm going to use to know, thoughts say, is the same spirit you have. So if you the difference is, you may receive the message, but you will not know how to interpret it. So my own duty is to help you to receive to interpret what you have received. and or to teach you how to interpret what you have received. So that is to say, you don't really need me for anything. What you need me for is to guide you, so that you will be authority of your own life, and not submitting your authority to some of these people you don't know where they acquire their power from. Meanwhile, you are an authority yourself. A spiritual authority for that matter. Because if you are not a spiritual authority, that means you are animal in humanism. As long as you are not animal in humanism, you are a spiritual authority. Now, listen very carefully. I didn't forget what I said. I say, some of you don't sleep. Some of you cannot sleep. And I mean what I'm saying. And if you don't sleep, or you cannot sleep, my friend, you cannot receive good information. You'll only be waking up, you'll be sleeping with the trouble of your life and wake up with the trouble of your life. You sleep with the trouble of your life and wake up with the trouble of your life. You sleep with the threat of your environment, you wake up with the threat of your environment. You sleep with the threat of your environment, you wake up with the threat of your environment. At the end of the day, you have not done nothing. All of the things sometimes you call dream, you are hallucinating. You are hallucinating, you are not dreaming. See, that was why many of you don't know the script. The time we are interpreting dream, you must say with your mouth, I slept, I dreamt. You don't know why you are asked to say so. The three categories of dreams that exist, or the three categories of sleep that exist. The one you are supposed to sleep that will give you real information. Even Nebuchadnezzar slept and got real information. So my problem now is that what is wrong with you? Even Nebuchadnezzar slept and got real information. Now, he was not able to interpret it, but Daniel interpreted it. If I ask you now, do you sleep? You'll be fast to say yes, but you don't sleep. How can you convince me you sleep when you don't sleep without taking drug? That is not sleep. Every psychiatric doctor knows what happened to people that cannot sleep, and they have to put them on medication before they can sleep. So you are forcing the person to sleep. Meanwhile, sleep is a natural phenomenon. And it is the sleep that comes through natural phenomena that will give you dreams that is packed with the revelations that will affect your life. All other ones, you just be dreaming of the fever in your body before you slept. You'll be dreaming of the typhoid in your body before you slept. You'll be dreaming of the sickness in your body before you slept. You'll be dreaming of the trouble you have loaded in your head before you slept. And that is not called dream. It's called hallucinating. You are just replaying what has just occurred. You are replaying what is happening. That is one of the nature of man. Your system can replay. That is why when you are sick and you are placed on medication, they will tell you, take this medication for 2 days, take it for 3 days. Take it one in the night, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. Why they ask you to do that is that when you take in the morning, you watch yourself between morning and afternoon. And between afternoon and night. And between this interval, some things are going on in your system. which you may witness. You will be able to say what is going on, whether you are having relief or not. When you slept these days, in the name of sleep, and you say you dream, you are just recalling the NEPA bill you have not paid, or the marriage you have not gotten since you are mature, and the money you have been looking for which you have not gotten, and the fever in your body and you didn't know that the fever is in your body. These are all physical things that your body will give you sign. If you are sick, when the sickness becomes pronounced, you begin to have headache. That's it. Headache is not the problem. Something is happening. Something is causing the headache. So the doctor will investigate what is causing this headache. I don't care your age. You don't sleep. You cannot even sleep. Hello? Based on the English that you speak, based on the English that is being used to colonize you, let me give you definitions of sleep. I will soon close. A condition of body and mind that typically recall, you know what recall is? Happens. That typically recall for several hours every night, in which, listen very well, in which the nerve system is relatively inactive, in which the nerve system is relatively inactive. The eye closed, the postural muscles relax, and consciousness practically suspended. Look at the three things I want you to hold. The nerve system relatively inactive, 1. The eye closed, 2. The postural muscle relax, 3. And consciousness practically suspended, number 4. These are not the things you experience every night. If you don't experience any of all of these things in the night, you are not sleeping. Do you now see the reason? You will claim that you sleep, Abi. You claim that you sleep. Still, when you go to school, you are in the classroom, you are in the conference room, or you are in the church. They just give you few minutes, you are already dozing. Damn, you didn't have good sleep. Yeah. You didn't have good sleep. So, any dream you dream is a distorted dream. It's not complete. Before you can dream, and the dream will make sense. You are not dreaming about the fever in your body, that you just go and take a small thing, even though Goyado and the thing will go. Without giving us a rigor of begin to interpret. You want me to subject myself to spiritual exercise to begin to interpret the spirituality of your person, where you can easily go and take a dogoyaro and the fever will come out from your body. I want to interpret the spirituality of your person, why you are poor and what will make you rich. What is your father, your creator, is telling you now that you should do to correct all your mistakes in life, so that all the things that have gone wrong will now become right? These are the things I want to correct in your life. Not to begin to say, hey, you are thinking, oh, your dream is you are thinking of NEPA bill. I don't want to waste my time with your NEPA bill. These are the things that happens when you have distorted dream because you are not sleeping well. And this issue of not sleeping well now, you are polluting everything in your house. Your children have been polluted. You are husband and wife, whatever. You are living in the house with the children. From the time you are supposed to live, and you think the children they are not sleeping, they are hearing you. So you are also making them not to sleep. And when you do not sleep, sleep well, sleep proper, sleep deep. I mean, if I have to summarize what the definitions of sleep right now, if I have to summarize it to you, it simply means you must be half dead. You see? When you cannot think anything, when you are not thinking anything, that is when you receive fresh information that will change your life. But when you never been, hey, my landlord, hey, house I never buy, hey, I never marry. You have overwhelmed the pure information. So what your body, what your soul will be projecting is all these load and tons of these things that are not necessary. These things that they are very easy to handle. It's like, I am hungry, go and eat now. Don't turn your hunger to spiritual thing. I am sick, look for a way to be cured. And if medicine cannot do it now, we will now investigate you spiritually. And the thing you can do yourself, don't make it spiritual, because some of you are too spiritual to be divine. Everything spiritual. Why you are actually physical. That is why you are not made only spirit. You are physical. That's why you are made to eat. He said, the thing he has created for you, they are food and they are medicine. So that means you should take medication. And don't go and be jamming unnecessary thing with necessary thing. At the end of the day, we can't really hold exactly what is wrong with you. The conviction is this: you are not sleeping. And as long as you are not sleeping, my friend, your revelation will be distorted, and it will be very difficult for you to interpret your revelation. So you need to sleep well, so that by the time you wake up, you don't need to run everywhere to know the interpretation of your dream, because every revelation that comes to you now, what I'm saying is, every revelation that comes to you now, you should have the ability to interpret it immediately, because there is no time. You are being told now, principality is at the door. But when you want to come and see the guy for interpretation of your dream, we are not interpreting dream again now. You have abused the grace, and you have not even put yourself in the position where it should come back. But even when it is time we are doing that, you must open your door first. You must come out of your house. But you are just told principality is at the door. So even if you want to come and see the guy that will interpret the dream for you, you must open your door first and come out. How do you survive the principality at the door before your dream will be interpreted? So that means you should have the ability to interpret your dream with precision. Because right now, there is no room for error. Because so many things is at stake. And by my word, nothing shall be at stake in your life. I have spoken it. Stand up quickly. I said something before. Let me repeat it now. I must not see you in IDP camp. I must not see you in IDP camp. That is my desire for you. I should always see you in your house. When I want to hear about you, let me hear that you are in your house. Let me hear that it is well with you. Yes, that is what I want to hear. I don't want to hear that you are in IDP camp. Far be it from me that I will hear that you are in IDP camp. I must not hear that you have been captured. The IDP camp, and people have to come and be giving you rotten food, expired clothes, just for you to survive. You are not living at the mercies of people. But don't forget that even now, the people that go to deliver food for people in IDP camp are being attacked so that the food will not reach. They will not go, you that is sleeping in well-made, expensive mattresses, they will not be giving you student mattress. Come on. The heaven forbid that you will reduce. So the person that will begin to, they'll be giving a student mattress. And some of you, your body is so sensitive that if you lie down this student mattress, surely you are going to react to it. Even student mattress that is given is luxury. It's mat that is actually shared. Mat. There are some of you that if you sleep in mat, we will need about 12 men to carry you the following morning because you won't be able to get up. So you see, there is no, IDP camp does not say you must be at this age. Any age can enter there. Especially women and children. Because most time, all category of men, they are in the battlefield. Men are in the battlefield when it happens, no matter your age. That is what is happening in Ukraine now. All this one Nigerians saying, don't carry gun, don't carry gun, don't carry gun. When it happens, they will just give you training of some hours and give you gun. Oh yeah. And the women and children will be in IDP camp. And that is where I must not see you. I must not see your wife there. I must not see your children there. I have spoken it. By my word, say with your mouth. I must not be in IDP camp. Internally displaced person. That is many of IDP. That you are within your country. You are within a place you call country. And you have been displaced from your house. And you have been displaced from your village. Your village is no longer your village. Your village is now a general place. A school, somewhere. That everybody is now clustering. And disease will be flying with ease everywhere. Tuberculosis. All of this airborne disease will be flying everywhere. That is where I must not see you. By my word, say it with your mouth. I must not be in IDP camp. Say it with your mouth. Say it very well. I must not be in IDP camp. My wife must not be in IDP camp. My children must not be in IDP camp. My father must not be in IDP camp. My mother must not be in IDP camp. My brother must not be in IDP camp. My sister must not be in IDP camp. My friends must not be in IDP camp. Open your mouth, release that power. I must not be in IDP camp. I must not be in IDP camp. You must not be in IDP camp. Your mother must not be in IDP camp. Your father must not be in IDP camp. Your children must not be in IDP camp. Your wife must not be in IDP camp. Your friend must not be in IDP camp. Your relation must not be in IDP camp. Let the word of your mouth, meditation of your heart be accepted to Yahweh Elohim. And these people say, look here, I must not be a prisoner of war. Say it. I must not be a prisoner of war. Come on, you know what that means now. You must not be a prisoner of war. Of any kind. You must not be a prisoner of war. Come, my friend, this is not a good situation. May you not experience it before you know what it means. But let me tell you, there are people that are experiencing it right now, and their life can never be the same again. There are people that will never return to their land again because it has been taken over by the armies of the aliens. I must not be a prisoner of war. Say it with your mouth. My wife must not be a prisoner of war. My children must not be a prisoner of war. My husband must not be a prisoner of war. My relation must not be a prisoner of war. My father must not be a prisoner of war. My mother must not be a prisoner of war. My brother must not be a prisoner of war. My sister must not be a prisoner of war. The brethren in church must not be a prisoner of war. My brethren in church must not be a prisoner of war. All the Christians all over the world, they must not be a prisoner of war. Let the word of your mouth be accepted to the heavens of heaven. And everybody say, I shall not be captured by bandits. Say it with your mouth. 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 Hey, listen. I say, I shall not be captured by bandits. You know this is common now. And this capturing can be anywhere. Nowhere is secure now. You have just been told principality is at the door. You know what that is. Let it be that the principality that will be at your door is a divine principality to give you protection. Anything from that, that's too dangerous. I shall not be what? I shall not be captured by bandits. I shall not be. Say it with your mouth. Say it very well. Say it very well. Say it very well. Number one. Number two. Number three. Number four. Number five. Number six. The last one. My father will not be captured by bandits. My mother will not be captured by bandits. My wife shall not be captured by bandits. My husband shall not be captured by bandits. My children shall not be captured by bandits. My family shall not be captured by bandits. My brethren shall not be captured by bandits. My brethren shall not be captured by bandits. Your friends shall not be captured by bandits. The people that will do you good shall not be captured by bandits. Let the word of your mouth be accepted. I have spoken it. Your destiny helper shall not be captured by bandits. People that have been destined to help you. It's about to help you. You hear that the person has been captured by that. No. That is not what we want to hear. Your help must reach your hand. Even when your help has reached your hand, the person that helped you must not be captured. Am I talking to somebody? Receive it! Because this is the time to receive plenty help. Plenty help. You need plenty help now. And all the human being and everything that the heaven has positioned here and there for you to receive help, they must not be captured by bandage. I have spoken it. Now, children are now being adopted and being kidnapped here and there. Now, when children go to school now, parents will be thinking. They'll be thinking. I don't know whether the school of my children have been invaded now. We don't know whether, if I go to school, I will still be able to pick my child. Because you can go to school now and they say somebody else has come to carry the child. This is the society we are in right now. So this is time you look on your children. You monitor your children to avoid labor and sorrow. Because there are devils. There are satanic principalities out there. Kidnapper must not see my children. Say it with your mouth. I don't care if you have not married. That does not concern me. Because if you have not married, doesn't mean you are not going to marry. For me, I want you to marry tomorrow. So by early next year, you give birth. Before you know it, your child has joined what I'm saying now. You see? Despite the bad battle that is still going on, I want to celebrate you. But the day we will celebrate you, we will forget that bandits are around. We will celebrate you one way. Then after that, we'll begin to face the battle. Hello. Hello. My children must not be kidnapped. Say it with your mouth. Anywhere they are, all over the world. Anywhere they are. Anywhere your children are, anywhere they are going to school, they must not be kidnapped. By bandits, by kidnapper. Ritual killers shall not say that. My children must not be kidnapped by kidnappers. Say it. My children must not be kidnapped. Say it 4 times. My children must not be kidnapped. Number 2. My children must not be kidnapped. Number 3. My children must not be kidnapped. Number 4. My friend, say with your mouth, I shall not die now. I shall not die now. I know what I put now. This is a bad time to die. My friend, if you are feeling unwell, don't waste time. Investigate yourself very fast. Because anything can kill anybody. And to die now is very easy. You know why? There is too much pressure. Too much pressure. There is no day you will not hear things that will scare you. People are tired of life. So things that will keep down people to sleep and not to wake up is everywhere. I'm not talking about the insecurity all over the place that anything can happen. You can hear gunshot anywhere. You can hear bomb blast anywhere. Now you are now hearing invasion. And not just ordinary invasion. ISWAP. This is serious. Hello, look here. I shall not die now. I shall not die now. Say with your mouth. I shall not die now. Say it 7 times. I shall not die now. Number 2. I shall not die now. Number 3. I shall not die now. Number 4. I shall not die now. Number 5. I shall not die now. Number 6. The last one. All the Holy Ghost are all over the world. They shall not die now. All the men and women all over the world, they shall not die now. All the brethren in their various churches, no matter the name of the church, they shall not die now. I have spoken it. All your relations that are members of other churches located all over the world, they shall not die now. Because this is not the time to die. This is the time to be victorious over satanic principality and power that has taken over the environment. And one of these days, you are going to sing the song of victory. Say, I shall sing the song of victory. Are you with me or you have disappeared? I'm with you, sir. Now that ISWAP is now telling us that they are around. And now that the government you have, they are now telling you that they have been overpowered. Yeah? I wish I didn't hear it. Buhari, your president, say he is disappointed. Minister of Police Affairs said he is also disappointed. I heard it from his mouth. The senator that is in charge of military affairs, do you know what the man said? The man said, we are in trouble on TV. The man said, we are in trouble. The senator that is in charge of military affairs, when he was being interviewed, he said, we are in trouble on national TV. And when I was in London, I watched channels. So that means people in London have watched that statement. They have also watched the statement of Buhari. He said he was disappointed. He was disappointed in his own military. And between that time he was disappointed and now, who have been sacked? Who have resigned? He should resign himself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And all other demons that cannot secure Nigeria should follow him. Get out from there. You now see why they should be voted out. Yes, sir. I mean, thrown away and never to be remembered. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, sir. If you like, go and enter another one chance. And I have warned you, 8 years is too far. You have already wasted 8 years. To count 60 years, I don't know what that is. Because satanic principalities are there to take over Nigeria by force. And from the day of John the Baptist, that's what Matthew 11:12 said. From the day of John the Baptist, the kingdom of violence and men of violence, they take it by force. I wish Christians are not sleeping. I'm still waiting. I told you last week that now that Christian Association of Nigeria not talking, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria not talking. By now, I thought that by now they should have passed circulars to all the churches. This is the person you must vote for. We're not hearing anything. Because some of those satanic principalities, they are members of some of these churches. You see the problem now? How are the mighty falling and the weapon of war waste? So you can see. So how do you write out? How do you write off another second chance? 2023. That is why I am already available for whoever wants to be helped. Let Buhari not consult me because I can't help him. it has expired. So, and I don't have time for anybody that have expired. Hello? And I did also what I said I was going to do. I did. I called all the authorities in PFN and Christian Association of Nigeria this week. I called them. I said, I'm not hearing that, or maybe because I was not in the last meeting, that the brethren in the church should focus on a particular candidate by what is going on in Nigeria right now. That was exactly what I asked. What exactly is the position? Oh, I don't like what I hear. I did not like what I hear at all. As close as this satanic principality is on our door, they are still saying they are waiting to observe. What are you observing? What are you observing? You are waiting. You are waiting for Tinubu to change to become what? If Tinubu get a bishop as his running mate, don't vote for him. Even Pope is his running mate. Don't vote for him. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, sir. That is a written off. Except they will change him to somebody maybe that we can manage. But for now, forget that area. But then, the people that should make things happen, they are still sleeping, oh. Christian are still sleeping, oh. By what I hear, stomach is running me. By what I hear, my stomach is running me. Why is it that Christians are always an element of compromise? Why is it that Christian leaders are the people that sells their people? Because of the muscle of porridge. Selling their birthright. The conclusion of the whole matter, Christian Association of Nigeria, PFN, they say, for now, nobody. They are not saying this is the person Christians should vote for. So that means any church that is talking now, they are just talking on their own. Any pastor that is talking now, they are talking on their own. The guy that is talking now is talking on his own. You now see how difficult this matter is. But I wish all of these authorities of these churches can see what is ahead. When you see, you have the ability to see what is ahead, then you prepare. You don't prepare when you are already overwhelmed. My friend, no room to prepare when you are already overwhelmed. If you don't want to be overwhelmed, it's now. Start now. When some youth got to know that something was at stake, were they not rushing to get their PVC? And the voting is still some months. It is now to get it. At least use that as the only weapon you have for now to push some rubbish out of the way. So that you can have some breathing space first. But right now, Christian leaders are not thinking. I was just hearing, we are still waiting, something, one question, see Baja. And I say, what about Peter Obi? That one too. That one too. Nothing tangible. I just said, that one too. That one too. Ah! And what is now the leadership of Christian Association of Nigeria is about to change. The current leadership, they have finished their tenure. Another leadership is about to take over. I say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But hear me, everybody. As long as you have heard from me, everything shall work together for your good. No matter how bad things are, your survivor shall be located. Receive it! No, Holy Ghost and all over the world, hear me. No matter how bad things are in your environment, by my way, you shall survive. Receive it. Then say, my soul sing, my say. To how great! Yes.